Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Jake, my username is JRated, and I am playing some more Star Wars Battlefront. So this is the second of two episodes that I've uploaded as like my introduction to YouTube videos. And seeing as I spent the first video carrying on about my little violin in the snowstorm story, about how I really wanted to do YouTube and then it all stuffed up so I didn't do YouTube and now I'm doing YouTube again. Anyway, so I've said all that. And that was really fun and I've gotten that out of my system. But now I'm going to talk about the game. The game is Star Wars Battlefront and I'm having a freaking six time with doing it. And I'm going to try and stop swearing as much in this episode. So basically, I really like this game. It's getting mixed reviews, but I'm loving it. Probably because I'm playing it with a very thickly rimmed and lensed pair of rose-tinted glasses, seeing as I loved Battlefront 2 so much, and specifically space battles, which is why I'm having such a good time in Fighter Squadron. But yeah, I am really enjoying what this game has had to offer. I've played about 20 hours so far and no intention of stopping. Some people are saying it's too arcadey, some people are saying that there isn't enough to it, but I knew for a while, like they announced a while before the game came out that all they were going to focus on was on multiplayer, and so going in with that knowledge, I think they've done a pretty bang up job. But anyway, Fighter Squadron, having a good time, and so for some reason, I'm not too sure why, but people don't really seem to understand how the hero pickups work in this game, because I've spent a ridiculous amount of time in the Millennium Falcon and or the Slave, absolutely mauling the pants off peeps, which is pretty good. But yeah, so basically they spawn about a minute into the map, or about 90 seconds or so, and they always come up at the same spots in the map, but you can only see them, I'm fairly sure, in low altitudes. But to achieve them, you have to be in low altitudes, as you saw that guy before try and fail to become the Millennium Falcon. So like, pull back on the accelerator when you come in to try and pick up the hero pickups, and also to, oh yeah, speaking of pulling back on the accelerator as I crash into a fucking wall, also like, plan your path, because a lot of them are either under caverns or in like a canyon way, or underneath like a satellite or a ship or something. So usually you need to come in from a certain angle to be able to pick it up and fly off with it. So that's all I'd recommend in that respect. And yeah, more or less just stay around the bottom half of the map, because I've actually found it's quite a good place to be. As you can see, the majority of the fight in most matches takes part above, so you don't really get noticed. You can hang around close to the health and cooldown buffs, and you usually get first dibs on the hero pickup. So that's more or less my tip for starting out the game, as it's proving me pretty well in the past. But then once you get the hero pickup, you can just more or less go crazy, because they've got crazy health, and they've got crazy weapons, and they've got crazy cooldown. So yeah, I'm having a large amount of fun with this, and I'm kind of annoyed that they haven't done the space battles anymore, you know, to give you the objective of being able to get out and destroy the parts of the ship and everything like that. But in the same sense, I actually don't mind the kind of dogfight mechanic they've got going here. I really enjoy the system. You can't get out of your ship, but it means people are focused more on the actual fight of other ships rather than trying to do the primary objective of destroying like the Federation cruiser or the Imperials or the Alliance ships or whatever. So I actually really enjoy the way the dogfight system works in this. But just as a note, as you see me flying and flipping around the screen, the evasive maneuvers are definitely your friend in this, because they destabilize the lock that an enemy fighter may have on you. But I would recommend I always use the up evasive mover as opposed to the left or right, because the left or the right just make you do a barrel roll to the side, which does break your enemies lock on you, but it doesn't actually really make you leave their sights, more or less. You'll like do a flip to the side, but you'll still be on their screen and really easy to target again. So I always do the up one, as you can see me constantly doing, because it makes you go the opposite direction and do a flip. So it's usually, unless they recognize what you're doing and do the exact same evasive move, are really hard for them to come around and target you again. So that one's a really good, and just as a side note on the locking system as well, when you're following an enemy, I try not to maintain lock on them until I'm more or less know that I'm definitely gonna down the ship, because if you know, spending 10 seconds flying around behind them with lock on, and you know, your guns are overheated or you don't have a missile or something like that, they're obvious, like they're in front of you and it's showing that you're locked onto them, so they're going to be trying to avoid you. You know, but if you tail behind them and you keep them in your sights, but you're not locking onto them, then they think that nobody's behind them, and they, you know, probably won't fly so evasively, or you might get them, you know, flying in a quick straight path, and you'll be able to take them out quickly. So that's my only tip with that, and a couple of quick tips for this game, as I noticed this one's wrapping up, seeing as I realised I could blow up their evacuation, there you go, evacuation ship pretty quickly, and just didn't regard anybody and everybody who was firing on me. But yeah, so that was a pretty good game of mine, and this is the end of my second YouTube video, so let me know what you think. Let me know if you like me playing Fighter Squadron, or if you want me to play other game modes and stuff like that. I've got a really good other match of Fighter Squadron where I do one of the most awesome kills I've done in Battlefront, so I'm definitely uploading that. But let me know what you think, and you know, like what I can talk about more, or types of other content I can do, because yeah, like I mentioned in my first video, I'm really just keen to see what I can do on YouTube. So yeah, I've run out of video footage. I'm gonna wrap this up super quick. Thanks for watching. Do all that YouTube shit if you want to, but you don't have to. Thanks, bye.